All right, well, today in the car with me is Council President Jerry Hinton. Jerry, thanks for riding with me.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah. So we're going to go up and see a couple of the parks maybe.
Great.
And see what's going on. So in the 8 years of serving on the city council, perspective changed on anything or pretty much what you thought it would be heading in?
Well, there's a lot of moving pieces to a city, you know, with a city of over 600 city staffers and a budget of about almost $700 million and 120,000 citizens with over 70 languages spoken. My gosh, there's lots to deal with, lots of different layers.
All right, well, here we are at Bella Vista Park, so let's go take a look at the park.
Great.
All right.
It really has something for everybody here. Whether you're a young child or a parent or an elderly person just taking a stroll. Well, the landscape is beautiful. Not to mention the maintenance that the city is able to create here over the span of time with very little budget. They've done a great job.
So, Council President Hinton, one of the things we were talking about is kind of the CAC task force and CACs and the task force and how we get information. Another way we get information is through some of the listening sessions that you helped to spearhead with the council. And I know with the redevelopment of this park and some of the amenities that listening to the community has been a big reason why we've gotten better, in our parks. Mm-hmm. And so to that end, you've got another opportunity coming up for the community, right?
Right. I mean, there's no better way of finding out what our citizens want than actually giving them an opportunity to give back, to speak to us, and where we can take notes and incorporate that into policies that as we navigate through the issues of parks and any other issue that we may have. And so in January 28th, 2020 is our next listening session, which we try to have about every quarter, and that will be relative to parks.
So the council definitely wants to hear from you. So I'm glad you're doing that. Thank you.
Great, you bet.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about your work with our citizen involvement committees and kind of what that structure looks like.
As City Council President, I've been able to and have a great desire to create a level of diversity within all of our CAACC, or rather the citizen involvement committees that we have throughout the city. Again, we have over 70 languages spoken in the city, and with that, we really want to take that thread of each one of these cultures and weave them in the tapestry of our city that allows everybody to have a voice, everybody to be able to speak to what their needs are. A lot of committees just need good voices from the community, and so we have a number of these committees, and people volunteer their time, and we have such great individuals that are able to give back to the city and provide that input that the city needs.
All right, well, joining me in the car this afternoon is Councilor Mario Palmero. Mario, thanks for joining me.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Nobody would sing carpool or karaoke.
No karaoke.
You're not doing that?
But when I do sing, angels do come down from heaven. But it only happens in the shower, man.
So what are some of the issues that are important to you that we've been working on?
Well, look, what I find important is safety. Safety. I want people to feel safe to walk their dogs down, at night, or play basketball or football. I want people to be able to feel safe that their kids can go outside and play and they'll be okay. So the net team, man, let me tell you, those guys have really came a long way in building bridges between the city, the police department, and the community. Right. Because we do a great job at catching people when they break the law, but it's the community that's going to do a great job at preventing and making sure that the police are notified or given the information to make arrests to stop the bad guys from doing what they have been doing.
The validity of the police officer can never be just the badge, right? Right. It's got to be what have they done in the community, and that's been important, I think, for all of us, right? To get everybody out and get the officers out in the community, talking with people, understanding people, and I continue to hear story after story of officers that are doing things above and beyond for kids in crisis or whatnot, and just
even connecting people with resources. From housing to addiction issues. I mean, they're just out there. They're not just arresting people. They're helping people, and that's what I think the Gresham Police Department is all about.
Beautiful up here,
man. It is. It's a hawk or is that an eagle?
Something.
Always serving the city.
Councilor
Yeah.
Echols.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are
to
you,
see you.
Mayor?
Good,
Councilor
good, good.
Palmero.
Councilor
Good to
Echols.
see you.
Nice seeing you.
So we're up here at Grant Butte, one of our water reservoirs,
Right.
right? So should we take a look around, talk a little bit about maybe some of the things with the disaster preparedness?
Sure. Yeah. There's some really good things happening here. We are probably about 6 months away from a major seismic upgrade project
To this facility, right?
to this
Yeah.
facility,
Yeah.
specifically to the pipes that take the water up towards and to the hospital in emergency. We received a grant, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago from FEMA for about $2 million, and that will cover about 75% of the upgrade, seismic upgrades. There'll be some work, as I understand it, to the water storage here, but mostly it'll be the pipes and making sure that those are going to stay and not be collapsed or ruined in the event of the big one hitting.
Right.
So,
Excellent. Well, it'll be good to have done and good to retrofit it, and particularly, as you talk about Cascadia and what that may or may not be or whatever, but it seems like the amount of preparedness is pretty intense that needs to be done.
as we all know, we don't know when the big one's going to
Right.
hit, but we just have to keep as a city, as a county, as a region, but also really importantly, our businesses and our families moving incrementally towards preparedness.
Right. It seems like, that the community there's just a better awareness.
I think there's definitely a better awareness. I think that that's really a key part. And certainly, when the schools are participating in emergency preparedness and the faith community and all that's participating, then people just hear it from all angles. And I definitely hear from our residents that they're aware of it. They're trying to get prepared.